the ministry that you work with that organized this program for which they were attending. First of all, this particular program, what was it about?
Well, so first off, Samson, once again, good morning to yourself and to the rest of our audience across the globe. The program, which unfortunately was marred by this unfortunate event, is what we refer to as the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program, or otherwise known as the RCOMSTEP. Now, what the RCOMSTEP seeks to do basically is to upskill what we have had in the past. That is specifically the Community Mining Scheme and the National Alternative Livelihood Program, National Alternative Empowerment, Employment and Livelihood Program, the NALEM. The reason we are bringing this on board is that upon examination, we realized that there were a couple of defects with those two vehicles. The defects we realized principally was the fact that instead of being communal in outlook, it became an avenue for the political elite to venture into the enterprise of mining, in the sense that for the community mining scheme, for instance, you had people who were sitting, for instance, in Accra. They would acquire the license, they would go through all the facilitation process, and then they would go to the communities and then begin the mining without the participation and the buy-in or the cooperation of the local folks. And we realized that became a problem. So what this latest intervention does is that it now sees the entire process of, or the entire facilitation and the operationalization of the mining in the local enclaves to properly the local people. That way, it is community owned, it is community facilitated, and then of course the community gets to profit from that venture as well. So that is basically
how is this program or project a solution to Galamsey?
It is a solution in the sense that if you go to many of the local communities, the mining communities, the justification a good number of them have consistently given for getting involved is the fact that they do not have an active economic enterprise. Basically, they do not work, and that is their justification. What we are now doing is that if it is indeed true that they do not work, and maybe mining is what they want to do, we want them to do that in a more responsible and sustainable manner. This time around, not recklessly or arbitrarily. It's going to be done with recourse to appropriate protocols and procedures.
But this is already provided for. This already provided for in law, community mining, which the previous administration was also championing. Correct?
Correct. But the defect we noticed was that indeed the characterization and the labeling was community mining, but existentially, in terms of operations, it was not communal, and that is what the point I was making earlier. That you had people who, for example, were living in Accra. They would acquire the licenses, go into the communities, and then they'll be doing it on their own terms without the cooperation of the people in the community, given that the program was supposed to be communal. That's the problem that we had. So now we are just ceding it completely to the local folks. The local authorities will be involved, the DCs, everybody in a selected enclave in a particular local jurisdiction will be actively involved. It won't have any political interference or any big man, so to speak, coming on board.
That's appreciated. Hold on for me. I will thank you.